So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our this week's breakdown. It's been a while. Investors HQ did breakdown, formerly known as Trade House. It's been a while. We did a weekly breakdown due to some other engagement, but I'll try my best to bring this back so we could get our outlook for what we are going to be trading for the week. So right here on the right side of my screen is my watch list for the week. Yeah, about 10, but that doesn't mean I'm trading everything on that watch list. These are the ones that actually resonate with what I like to look out for on the chart. And then we'll be going one by one from top to down. And at the end of the day, if you have any pair at the back of your mind for us to look out for, feel free to drop it on the chat. And also make use of the chat if you actually have a question you would love to ask. I'll be willing to respond to that. So with that being said, we go straight to the first one. Now, how do we mark up the chart? We go sometimes from the weekly, and then we move down to a comfortable time frame. And most of my charts, they've been marked already. Most of them have been marked, and I'll just be doing explanations on why I am having that bias on the chart. So we're starting with AUD, CAD, and AUD, CAD, okay, that's the middle pair. Let's go to the first one, GBP, NZD. GBP, NZD, right here we have price has been, I've not marked up this one, but I think I took everything I marked about. Now I'll just be marking out my key areas and what price has been doing in those key areas. The first, this place, price reacted to that weekly order block. And where can I see another order block? Right here, we have another order block. And right all this point, we have liquidity. So that means in the long run, price is hopefully going to drop to this point. But that will be price dropping. It will be a whole lot of swing, which we might not see. This is the weekly time frame, so we might see that in weeks. So to enjoy what price is currently doing, we already have a weekly bias. Now let's go to the daily to see if we can get something we can actually chew for the week. Price moved to the upside, taking out every liquidity. Taking out this liquidity at this point, price moves to the upside, clearing that liquidity around that area. And price has done that. Liquidity to the upside cleared. This one also settled. That means we're anticipating price to actually go back up. And if you are a retail trader, let me take this out. If you're a retail trader looking at what price is doing, you'll say price is forming something like a flag or a pennant, whichever way you want to call it. But what I see is price just ranging and I just see price consolidating. Where's my chart? Where is my chart? Oh, why am I not seeing my chart anymore? Okay, let me go back. Okay. So I was saying this is just price trying to consolidate. Now on a 4-hour time frame, what do we have? We'll just mark out areas where liquidity has been spotted. We have liquidity here. We have liquidity right here. And also you will understand that if you've been in the private group or in the public group, we dropped a potential setup where we're hoping that price was going to react to an order block that is around this area. I think, yes, around this area, and also this one right here. And we can see how price invalidated this one and came for this one right here. So you see, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to move from a higher time frame to where we can actually get what we can feast on this week. In as much as we have this area of liquidity spotted up here, I don't think price will want to go that high before it does anything. So I'll be focusing on this move right here. I was anticipating price to go right up and do its thing, but with the bias I'm having now, I'm having a change in bias, and that is one of the beauty of trading, being flexible about your opinion on the charts. You don't hold on to your opinion for a very long time, even when you see that it is not going your way. You just have to be very flexible on the chart. Though I was anticipating that price was going to go up, take out this liquidity before we get a drop, but that is changing. Though I might go back to this depending on how price behaves. No, why is this misbehaving? Depending on how price misbehave. Why am I saying so? If I should take out this from the chart and I take out these from the chart, we have a new range. That's a new swing we're trading from. And if we have a new swing we're trading from, that swing actually did something. It broke through all those areas, which was a major fake out. And right here, we had something like a break of market structure. And if we have a break of market structure, what are we waiting for? This should be a pullback to one, a Fibonacci area, a deep retracement level, two, a potential order block. And if we're anticipating a move to this upside and there's liquidity right here, that means we will not be wrong if we say price is going to come back around this place. Looking at what happened here, if you understand psychology of candlesticks, you'll know that this is an open order. Let's check out the candle behind that. If you understand psychology of candlestick, you'll know that that is an open order right there. That is, there's an order block right there. Now, on a 2-hour time frame, we are not seeing it. On a 2-hour time frame, we are not seeing it. Let me take this out so I can get more space. On a 2-hour time frame, we are not seeing it. Let me go to the 1 hour and see if we can get something there. So this is how you mark up the chart, move from time frame to time frame to time frame. You just keep moving. So right here, we have something we can hold on to. Coming. Right here, we have something we can hold on to, which is this order block right here. I'm sure if we can get on a lower time frame, we'll have something very, very tangible. We go down to a lower time frame again, and do we have something tangible right here? Yes, okay, on the 45 minutes, we are seeing something more tangible now. This is the opening of that order block. So you can see how we've refined our trading from the weekly time frame to what is going to be beneficial to us this week. Now we have, what do we have right here with us? We have liquidity spotted. Liquidity spotted. Liquidity spotted. Order block, that's an open order. And now this move right here. This move right here. This is just to anticipate where price is going to go to. As we're moving from one time frame to the other, looking for where we're anticipating price, We are also going to be looking out for here also. This area is actually our deep retracement level. This place, this potential place, that's the 71 and 78. So even without getting an order block there, this week I should expect a reaction, because right here we have break of market structure. We have break of market structure right there. So this is just like a pullback. It's going to be like a pullback before we get that drop. And what is happening? Okay, this is just going to be like a pullback. I just expect price to keep doing its thing to get up here, and finally to the minus 27 Fibonacci extension level, and ultimately to this open order right here. So for GBP NZD, we've been able to move from the weekly time frame little by little till we got to this point. So from here, we'll be looking to go long as price action permits or reacts. So we are not predicting the charts, we are only going to be reacting to it. The next we'll be looking out for, the next on this list will be NZD-CAD. Yeah, this was marked out, and I've been waiting for price to come back to it. We had price tap into our IPA area right here. This was on the 13th of July, that was last month. We had price tap into this place, and we saw how price moved. The normal institutional based trading, liquidity based trading with this liquidity. There's actually an order block here that was mitigated. If you should go on higher time frame, I don't want to spend time doing that because we have a lot to deal with this evening. Price moved aggressively to the upside and created all these areas. All these areas are liquidity areas, and right here we have an open order on the 45-minute time frame. You see, when you're looking for order blocks, you move from one time frame to another. When you're looking for open orders, you move from one time frame to another. And right here, if you look critically, this candlestick right here was the fake out, was the candlestick that led people astray. And then when this candlestick did, we had a little mitigation on it. The institution, when they moved right here, they closed some of their orders. Now, you ask yourself that, so why are we still anticipating price to come back here? Because the institution, they don't close every order. They close their order in bits. They don't just they don't trade the way retail do, where if we are closing everything, we close everything and we're done. They close in bits. So there's still an open order yet where we're anticipating price to come down to, hopefully this week. We're anticipating price to come down to this week. Anticipating price to come down to this week. I'm coming, 1 minute, please. Okay, we can continue. So anticipating price to come back down here this week to mitigate this order, take out all this liquidity around here, and then I'll be looking for a buy to this area, another institutional play right here. This I'll be looking for price to drop. If after the market stabilizes later in the night and I see any nice move to the upside a bit, I'll be looking to short to this point. Yes, I'll be looking to short to this point. At least that should be around 137 pips. It's going to be a good one. If you go on the daily time frame, you should know why I'm looking to short to that point, because yes, price has done a wonderful thing here. And on the daily, we also have this order block has been mitigated at the opening, but the 50% has not yet been mitigated. That is the reason why I'm still considering that area as a perfect area. So right here, price dipped down, took out this liquidity. This is the retracement for me. So I just want price to go back to this area. Sorry, let me take that down and mark it properly. I just want price to go back to this area. If I should zoom in on this, oh my God. I'm trying to be fast. I just want price to go back up a bit, and then we'll get a drop. And then we'll get a drop. You can go to lower time frame and look for your entry, but right here, I'm comfortable with this entry already. I'm comfortable with looking at it from this perspective. Yes, I'm very, very comfortable looking at it from this perspective. We have imbalance right here, imbalance, order block. So price might either fill the 50% of the imbalance or the other block, then we get that drop. So we are already having two potential setups in our hand, this sell and this buy. So you just feast as you see them coming to you. This is 23 pips for stop loss and 135 pips for take profit. That's the potential 1 to 5.8 risk to reward. The next is NZCHF. I'm trying to be fast. I'm trying to be fast. Good. Another very funny one. Price has to do its thing. Liquidity also cleared. This happened last week and I missed it, and I'm still anticipating price to come right here because all those points are liquidity area. And if I'm to take this out, what happened here is a typical institutional move. Most retail traders will be looking to, okay, this is like a flag and a bullish flag because we have this impulsive move, the bullish flag, and this should be the breakout. So the moment price broke through this uptrend line, most people were already in for long. Now, it's very important for you to know that when trend lines are broken, that does not mean structure is broken. You have to have this at the back of your mind. When trend line is broken, it does not mean structure has been broken. This is what kills a lot of traders. When they see trend line broken, they'll be like, oh, we're going long. You've forgotten that most breakouts are fake outs. Most breakouts are actually fake outs. So you should actually be very careful when you are dealing with breakout, except you get a clear break of market structure and you don't enter the break of market structure. You wait for price to retrace the normal impulse corrective. You don't enter the impulsive, you enter at the corrective. So that's the reason why a lot of traders were trapped right there. This is the reason why a lot of traders were trapped. And now I'm anticipating price to come down to this area. Anticipating price to come down to this area. There's a 4-hour time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, we might guess what I'm actually looking out for. Wow, my network. In the 1 hour. Yeah. So on the 1 hour, we have this other block right here, and we have this lead to IPA for price to fill. So I'm just anticipating price to drop right to this point. Then we can look to go longer to this liquidity zone and ultimately to this imbalance area, improper price action area. So for NZCHF, I'm looking out for price to drop right here, and we're gonna fly to the upside. The next we have here is USD NOK. It's a very special pair, very nice pair, though volatile, and traders don't like looking at them, but it's actually very good. So I'm also anticipating something similar for this pair. We've had this move. This is like a falling wedge, normal chart pattern stuff. It is important if you've been looking at the chart for some time to understand why chart patterns are formed. They are not just formed just because price wants to form them. These are actually some institutional stuff. If you're in traders or if you're in the investors HQ mentorship, you will have an idea of why chart patterns get formed. They don't just appear on the chart. There's a reason why chart patterns are formed on the chart. So right here we have this liquidity below. For price to go higher, it has to retrace lower. You understand? So maybe what you're seeing here, price might do its thing. Price might do its thing and drop. So the moment price gets back to this point, we are looking to go higher. Just cast our Fibonacci right here. Deep retracement order block on the 1 hour time frame. Let's check another time frame. On the 2 hour time frame, we have an open order there. Okay, the 3 hour time frame, not really an open order, but this is here. We have this. If you understand candlestick psychology, you know that there's an open order whenever you see candlesticks like this forming. And on the 4 hour time frame, we have a well-defined order block. So we're anticipating price to come down to this point, then boom, to minus 27 Fibonacci extension area, and potentially to this area also, because we have structure there, and that is the minus 61. Minus 61.8 area. Now, remember I said something about chart patterns. If you really want to know, get in the Investors HQ. I'm going to reveal everything to you. Chart patterns here, they are not just formed. There's actually a purpose right here. They are not just formed. You don't just treat them like mere chart patterns the way Google is showing you pennants, flags. There's actually a why to why you see them. It's actually why. We can mark out a lot of chart patterns on the chart, but we don't really need them. But we use our eyes to see them. But these, I just had to mark them out. Then for USD and this is ultimately what I'm looking out for price to drop down to this point, and we bullish from here. Simple. You're not going to waste much time. If you're not seeing what you want on the chart, you leave to the next chart. There's a lot of chart waiting for you to dissect and take trades of. Though I understand some people are advocates of single pair, but I'm an advocate of you understand your stuff and just apply it anywhere you want to. If you don't see there, you bounce. Now, AUD, CAD, we're making progress. Right here, AUD, CAD. Price did this thing. We called this trade, and price hit our entry at this point. Now, I'm actually looking for a re-entry. So price has dropped. Price took out this liquidity, and now if you notice what price did, price created a false impression to the downside. A lot of traders who are breakout traders would have been victim at this point in time, entering at the breakout. Now price induced sellers right here, moved back up, induced buyers, and now we are ready to flow. We are ready to bounce. So price is actually coming right here. This is the candlestick that took out liquidity, the opening of the candlestick that took out liquidity. So it's been marked, but above it a little bit, we have the 50% of the IPA. And we understand that price usually fills the 50% of an imbalance area. So I'm rooting for price to fill that 50%. Then I short from that area to potentially displace the first area because of liquidity, and this second area we have an order block right here if I should begin to move from one time frame to another. But the reason for this weekly breakdown is get on your charts. These setups I've marked out, study them again, look at them, and actually try to understand everything I'm actually talking about. And we understand that we have this 50% IPA, and also this liquidity is going to be damaged if this 50% is going to be reached. So we're already having most of our confirmations checked. For AUD-CAD, potential 33 pips for 211 final take profit. Or if we are lucky and price doesn't get there from here to this point here, that's around 147. Risk to reward is around 1 to 6.28. That is very important in trading. Your risk to reward. How much am I risking and how much am I getting back for what I am risking? We also have other areas to the upside where in weeks to come, we'll be treating them accordingly as price gives us signals. And also for AUD card, this is where we are. That is what I'm concentrating on. Every other thing, we'll look at it later as the market moves. And it is very important for you to know that this is just the technical aspect of the market, the technical side of the chart. We also have the fundamental side, which is very, very more important. Very, very much more important than the whole technical stuff. Fundamental creates the sentiment. Technical is used to just look for entry. But the truth is, you can actually be a successful trader just being just trading technicals. You can actually be successful. You can actually be successful. Just know what you want when you're trading technicals. So right here for CAD, CHF, I have price doing its thing right here. I would love price to come down to this point for me to buy. But if we should zoom into the chart to look for intraday setups, then right here, price, it's, oh, wow, I just have 10 minutes. I just have 10 minutes. Oh my God. So price moved right here, mitigated this candlestick, went back up, mitigated this candlestick. Now I'm anticipating for price to come back to this area before we drop and create a double bottom, which is a liquidity zone. And also we have this liquidity right here. But my ultimate point of price coming is to this area right here. We have an open order. We have an open order right at that point. Let's see on the 2-hour time frame. Can we see something there? Can we see something there? No. On the 3-hour, can we see something there? I'll try my best to rush orders. 3 hours, no. 4 hours, can we? Yes, okay, on the 4 hours, we're seeing something there. But if we go deeper, you know that what happened here, this is the last bearish candle before this massive move. And we have improper price action right here. So we're anticipating price to come back to that area. I'll just be moving very, very fast, very, very fast on this Euro NZD. If you're not on our public channel, just do well to get on it. So you'll be able to enjoy our free markups. So right here, we just have liquidity everywhere on this chart. This chart is made up of liquidity. This is Euro NZD. And this move, I'll take this move as a whole range. And right here, I'm anticipating price to pull back to this area. And price pulling back to that area, we go short from this area to the downside. We have an open order right at this point. Yes, right here. We have an open order there. So for Euro NZD, this is what I'm actually looking out for. I'm trying to beat time. Wow, 7 minutes, time is flying. Time is flying. For questions, I will actually log back on, but I just want to be done with this section so I can actually upload it for those interested. So for CHF JPY, we had this impulsive move. This corrective move, and now a new impulsive move. So we are just anticipating this correction. I'm anticipating price to either from this point drop, take out this liquidity because we've taken the upper one, take out the down one there, we go up to this IPA. IPA is very, very important. The price don't just leave them like that. So we'll go back to this IPA, which will form the whole corrective structure right here. Then we go short again. You know, market structure is actually key in trading. And if you understand, I've been saying this, that whenever you see candlestick like this, candlestick psychology should actually tell you that there's an open order right here. So for CHF JPY, I'm anticipating price to move to this upside before this drop. We might see this whole drop next week. We might see it this week, depending on volatility. Then the second to the last one, Euro CHF. Yeah, we're actually moving fast. For Euro CHF, I'm anticipating price to go up to fill in this imbalance right there, and a potential on the daily time frame. That is an order block. So we have the opening of this order block. We have the opening of this order block, and if we should throw our Fibonacci on this candlestick here to get the 50%. So I'll be willing to short Euro CHF in between the opening of that candlestick and the 50%. Now it's my duty to go to lower time frames and just see what is around all these areas. You know, we've broken structure. So I'm anticipating that price is going to go real down. I think there is an order block around that place. Okay, we are approaching a low. Yes, we are approaching this low. And you know, price loves to go back to where it has been formerly. Price loves to go back to where it has been before. So on the daily, I'm just anticipating price after this drop, this pullback, I'm anticipating price to drop again to that low. And when price drops to this low, you know what we should be anticipating. Now price will be preparing to take out orders from here, because so many traders will be looking to buy these double bottoms. So I'm anticipating price to do what it is known to do, cause like a flag here, a chart pattern, drop it, clear liquidity before we see that move to the upside. So for Euro CHF, that is what I am actually looking out for. This is what I'm actually looking out for. All these charts that have been marked, they are kept. I'm just watching whenever price gets to my my point of interest, I take my trade. Then the last but not the least is Euro GBP. Right here, we had price do its thing. Price has broken structure. This is a new range, but I'm actually looking out for something. We have this open order right here on the 3-hour time frame, right? So I'm anticipating this up right here is a liquidity zone. Right here is another liquidity zone. Don't we think price will want to play around this point? It is very possible. It is very possible. If I should go on a 1-hour time frame, it is very possible. London section, we just have this drop. Okay, now let me mark out the liquidity area so that you understand why I'm saying it is very possible. We have this. Price might drop because of this, then go back up to take out this. And after taking out that, we'll get this drop to mitigate that order block. Then before we now get the real move to the upside. The real move to the upside, which is right here. And that is it. That's what I'm looking for on these 10 pairs. Now I'm just gonna sit back and wait for them move to their various areas where they're gonna take my interest, and I'll take trades accordingly, and also call signals when needed if I'm actually right on the chart when it's happening, because I have other things doing also. So I'm going to end this section now. If you have any question, kindly log back in, and then we'll handle your questions. Thank you for being part of this evening breakdown. See you in the question and answer section.